statement, then move on to questions.
First of all, I want to thank our crowd. What an unbelievable turnout, especially from the students, and provided a great atmosphere for this game tonight. So I'm grateful for that. Incredibly disappointed in our performance. I wish we could have matched what the crowd brought, the energy they brought to the game early. I thought we were ready to play, but we got knocked back early. I thought they were outstanding. It's the best that they have shot the basketball. And then I thought we looked disorganized, and that's on me. I have to do a better job with my team of making sure we're prepared, and we have to do collectively as a coaching staff and as a team a better job of giving some resistance. I was proud of we continued to fight, especially that group that finished the game. I thought we played the game the right way. We shared it. And so some positives from that. But give credit to Duke, man. They were outstanding. I mean, Filipowski was great. I think coming into the season, he was 30% from threes, 4 for 4. And the way they shot the basketball in the first half, hadn't seen them do that all year. So give them credit.
Jeff, John said that there's no one like Kyle. How true is that, and how tough is the guy, especially when he's on to defend?
Yeah, well, we haven't played anyone like him. You know, he's incredibly unique. He was the Rookie of the Year last year, and he's gotten better. He's the preseason Player of the Year. When you have a guy that's that big, that can score it inside, and when he's shooting the basketball like he shot it tonight, you know, he's very difficult to guard. The other thing is that coming into this game, he was really passing the ball well. Now, I think he had negative assist to turnover tonight, but I think it was more than double assist to turnover coming into this game. They do a great job of moving off of him. They know that, you know, you probably have to try to double him because he's very difficult to defend single coverage, and he does a great job of being patient and finding guys. So he's a very unique and an outstanding player.
Jeff, what do you think allowed them to win the battle on the board so handedly tonight?
Yeah, they dominated us there. You know, those guys are big. They're athletic. Mitchell and Filipowski have great second jumps. They shoot and they follow it right away. And, you know, we have to get all 5 guys in there for us to rebound. We can't have, you know, just 2 or 3 guys.
Jeff, Bub Biss, I think it was his first 10 from the field tonight. What made things so difficult for him tonight?
Well, I think Duke played well defensively. They had a sense of urgency to guard him. They switched ball screens with their starting group. When Ryan Young came in, they went to a drop coverage. They were very physical. They have great size, and they contested shots.
Do you feel he was able to create the looks that maybe he would desire, that you desire for him?
At times he did. At times we didn't.
Is this one of those games you kind of have to more so like burn the tape? This isn't about all the things that happen. You still have to refocus on yourself after a loss like this.
You know, I don't believe in burning the tape. I think you learn from every experience that you go through. You know, my dad used to have a saying, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. You know, you learn from it all. You know, today we were the bug. We got splattered all over the windshield. And then he would say to me, you know, regardless of what happens, you got to wipe that, you know what, off and get back going. And that's what we have to do. We have to learn from this. You know, we have to learn. We have to, you know, we have to play harder. We have to be more physical. We can't let guys just take the ball from us. We have to move more. We have to be able to adapt when teams do something different. You know, I haven't seen Duke all year. I've seen them at times and moments in games where they switch ball screens, but I haven't seen them do it continuously like they did to start the game. We have to be able to adjust and adapt on the fly with that and be able to counter it and be able to attack it. I thought we got some good looks early. We missed some, and they didn't miss anything. You know, but I thought that we didn't give resistance, though. You know, I thought our game plan was sound coming in, and, you know, but again, that's on me. I have to do a better job with our guys.
How can you go about getting more points in the paint from your guys?
Well, we have to drive the ball a little bit more. We have to be able to touch the paint. You know, it's maybe at times it can be a little bit more difficult when teams are just switching stuff. because that negates kind of the ball screen coverage and maybe some rolls and things like that. But we have to drive the basketball more, we have to move it more, and we have to touch the paint more.
How did Ish feel coming into tonight?
I think he felt okay. Obviously he's rusty. He really hasn't practiced since last Thursday, and really hasn't done anything. I mean, he went through practice a little bit yesterday, did some little bit of physicality, got up and down a little bit, but today was the first time. So I thought, obviously he looked a little bit rusty, but it was great having him out there.
Yeah, is this the ideal time for you guys to have a weekend off and kind of review?
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. We have it. We just have to we have to keep working and getting better. Like I told our team, it's January 9th. I think it's 11/21, so it's still January 9th. It's a long season, and sometimes you have a game like this. We have to learn from it. We have to get better. Fortunately, we have an opportunity next Tuesday, and we'll be ready for it.
Team forced 14 turnovers on 13 steals. What do you think got lost in translation, converting into points?
Yeah, we didn't convert them. We have to do a better job of attacking the transition when we get those opportunities. We have to be stronger with our decision making, and we have to be stronger protecting the basketball.
How much of this can be, having a guy in the game who kind of leads the effort to resist? A guy like you if Bub hits some of those open shots, or someone has that statement where everyone can rally around. How important is that?
Yeah, I think it's important. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. When a team is making shots like they were making shots, I think one of the things that can happen, especially with guys today, I think you can get embarrassed. And, sometimes young people have a different way of showing embarrassment. I see it with my kids at home. Like, sometimes it's like, let's not try as much. So then you can have the excuse of, I didn't go hard, I didn't, whatever. I'm not saying we did that. But I just thought, again, they got out in transition early. We didn't communicate well, and they made us pay for that. They have a really good team, and when they're shooting the basketball like they shot it today, I think it'll be tough for anyone to beat them.
What's your primary focus as a coach when you go to when you guys meet for film the next day to say, like, hey, this is where we have to step up?
Yeah, we teach. I mean, that's our job. That's our responsibility, is to teach through good and bad. You teach. You try to show guys areas where we did well. There were a couple of plays there in the first half where we were in the gaps early, like we talked about, and they drove and we stole the basketball because we were in the gap early. We were aggressive. But then there were a couple of times when on our ball screen coverage, we didn't X out. And when we did X out, we didn't cover where we knew Mitchell was going to be. We have to be there. And it has to be it has to be automatic. It can't be something that you think about, and we have to be able to take what we drill and practice and go through. And so we'll talk about those things and just try to continue to build positive habits, winning habits, and continue to get better that way. All right. See you guys. Yep.
Players for you momentarily.